there. Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you
for
Katya?
having me. Yes, I am.
Wonderful.
And who are you?
I'm Trixie Mattel.
What are we doing?
We're doing the Bald and the Beautiful.
It's a podcast.
Yeah. And today we have a guest who, oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. A makeup artist.
What the fuck?
A New York nightlife legend.
A creative iconoclast.
A visionary.
A vision of love.
I mean this in a
blonde
good
bombshell.
Yes, I mean this in a good way. Somebody you see once and literally never forget.
True.
The look is striking.
The smell will never wash out of your clothes.
We have Darian Darling here today. Hi, Darian.
Hi, everybody. So thank you for having me on the show. I'm so excited. I think you're both hysterical, and I can't wait to get into it.
We're going to get right
Darian's
into
like,
it.
I think it's funny the way you guys try to be beautiful.
Oh, my God. No, you're both geniuses. Are you kidding? Please.
Thank you.
Icons.
You just gave a home tour.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So I was fortunate enough to get a little a Better Homes and Gardens tour of Darian's palace, and also there's I didn't get to see the Amanda Lepore statue, which apparently is outside in the garden area. Is that?
Yes, I'll take you on a tour for that afterwards.
Okay.
There's like by the fire pit and jacuzzi and pool.
Oh.
We had a custom Amanda Lepore statue made by a dear friend of mine that's outstanding, and he made me a little mini one that goes in my kitchen.
So you're clearly a very poor woman and living in dire straits.
She's barely getting by. She doesn't have amenities. She might not have a home. She might not have electricity, but she has an Amanda Lepore statue, folks.
What lipstick are you wearing right now?
Two of them.
Two of them. What lipstick are you wearing right now?
My go-to, Maybelline Romantic. It's that Superstay in matte ink.
I don't want to embarrass you. I don't want to list your accolades. So let's just start at the top. Maybelline.
List them.
She's a makeup artist for Maybelline.
Yeah, I work backstage in all their shows and do I design their face chart and do all their face charts for product packaging, and during Fashion Week, whatever they need a face chart for, I am generally the one to do it.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. How long have you been doing makeup for? Professionally?
Makeup I've been doing for 21 years.
Oh, wow.
So since she was 1 year old.
Yeah, since I was one.
21 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I don't even know how to conceptualize the fact that when you work for such a global brand like Maybelline, where everybody from a 13-year-old to your grandma wears Maybelline, your impact, Darian, is huge.
Yeah, it's pretty chic. Like I've had friends that have been random places in the Midwest at a Walmart. I'm not sure exactly why, shopping, obviously, but I'm not sure why they were there, but send me photos of the Maybelline aisle, and there's my face charts in the Maybelline aisle. Like, it's pretty chic.
Wow.
Fabulous. And I used to work for MAC before that many moons ago, and I did all their face charts.
Now, when you say doing a face chart, I'm very stupid. What does that mean?
So it's like a blank template of a face, like a blank coloring book page.
Okay.
That you will that are primarily used at a makeup counter. So when someone comes and gets their makeup done, you can, as the makeup artist that's working, fill out everything that you used on them, where to put it, yada, yada, yada. Pretty basic, but then you can take it and elevate it into like a really beautiful painterly art form, which is what I would like to think I do.
And so if I'm starting out, my name is Leslie, and I've just been hired at MAC, and I come all in black, and I'm very excited, and I'm 10 minutes early, and I have to do a face chart, and am I using the MAC brush in the MAC makeup on the paper?
Yeah, it's all done with makeup. They train you how to do it. I mean, obviously, I've been drawing and painting since I was like 4 years old. So you kind of have a knack for it. People that can paint or draw or do something generally pick it up pretty quick. People that are not artistically talented like that struggle with a little bit more, but they train you and do all that.
Yeah. Let me ask you this though, or tell you this, because I also have a painterly background, but I struggle big time with the makeup.
You think you
yes,
do?
No, I have. No. Listen, my name is Leslie, and I struggle. No, really though. I would draw paint since I was little, and very well. But when I started to do makeup on the different, because it was on a face with it's not been easy. I'll just say that. I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like once you learn like the different products and like how they mix and blend and like the different ingredients and what happens on the face, it kind of comes to you.
Yeah, it never came to me. It's still coming, I guess,
Well,
slowly.
you always look amazing, though. What are you talking about?
On my face, though. I mean, if I had to do somebody else's makeup, it's
on
just...
someone else's face. Well, that's
just-
a whole different bag of cats.
Yeah.
I mean, doing makeup on yourself is one thing. Doing it on someone else is a completely different story.
Who's the last person? No, sorry. Who's the last person you did the face of? Not your... Who's the last person whose makeup you did?
Well, I did makeup for Trixie's new eyeshadow palette. That was the last job.
Oh my
I had.
God, you sure did. Not to be stupid, but I forgot that this comes out Friday. Darian did the campaign.
The whole thing.
Yeah, she didn't do mine, but she did the other model.
For Daytime Realness?
Yeah, and she
Yes.
fucking snapped. Darian did 3
Thank
completely
you.
different looks on this young person who had never modeled before.
Wow.
No, and is flawless.
Flawless.
Yeah. Well, young
Stunning.
person.
Yeah, Darian does. If you ever check a Trixie Cosmetics campaign, if it's not my makeup, Darian pretty much did it.
Yeah.
We're
Incredible.
very fortunate to have her.
So
and now
chic.
with COVID, Darian shows up in the full ET hazmat suit.
Like Naomi Campbell at the airport.
Is complete torture. Working as a makeup artist in the pandemic is... I hate it because not only do I wear glasses, but then I have the mask. The mask fogs up the glasses. I need the glasses to see, but then I also have to have the face shield over all of that, which then also fogs up, and you see your face reflected back to you. So it's like you can barely see to do the makeup.
Oh my God.
It's agony. But
Well,
you know, I don't want to die, and I don't want the client to die. So
Very considerate
that's
of
what
you.
you got to do.
but you know what though? Dying for the look, kind of chic.
It is. You're right. You're right.
Darian's look, if you guys could see Darian in real life, how would you describe your day-to-day fashion and makeup?
Well, as of now, it's basically a hot pink lip, a little brown smudgy something around the eye, mascara, lots of blush. That's it. No eyebrows. I have bangs, so I never do anything
And
with
no
my
clothing.
eyebrows. Who cares?
Yeah, and totally
clothing.
nude. And completely naked.
Oh, and then my day look. Since moving from New York to Los Angeles, you know, it's much more of a forced casual kind of lifestyle out here. So I've fully embraced. I'm like, how do I do forced casual LA, like athletic wear, but like make it me and fabulous and like Barbie and fun? So I'm like, 80s tracksuits.
Yeah.
Yes. Just channel like 1989, like mom, Aunt Sassy, but like make it Barbie and glamorous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Darian's
dig
on,
it.
Darian's on eBay
I
procuring the tracksuits.
Hunt on eBay like a maniac, like scrolling, looking, trying to find just the right one that has the right pop and the right wow, because there's a lot of really ugly ones.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you.
How much is that tracksuit like that run you on eBay?
$60.
$60? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and she'll style it with
cheap.
like a pump, like a hot
yeah.
pump,
Oh, I love a tracksuit with a pump.
Yeah.
which is so
A
deranged.
matching pump.
Athletic wear with a pump.
It's amazing.
So thick. I mean, I also love a heel by a pool. That's just so stupid and ridiculous.
Heel by a pool, yeah.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Like that video, that buckle up video of Amanda's when she's in the hot tub and she hangs up the phone and steps out naked wearing just pumps. She was in the tub with pumps on.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that's great.
Goddess.
Now I have
She's
to
a
ask,
genius.
when you worked at Mac in New York, you worked at the Pro Store. You
Yes.
must have had the who's who and the celebs of celebs every day in that store.
Oh, it was probably the best place to work.
Burt Reynolds.
Burnt Reynolds.
Burnt Reynolds.
Not Liza Minnelli, Debbie Harry.
Was she what
Liza
you wanted? Was Liza what you wanted?
It was pretty. I met her twice, actually. Once at Mac years prior, and then once backstage at Gaga's Monster Ball show. And like we got a photo together. That was pretty
my God.
amazing.
Oh yeah, Darian used to do Lady Gaga's makeup.
Excuse me, what now? Who? Hi? Hello?
We never really did her makeup, but
Oh,
I was
I
just
lied.
kind of like a friend and a muse and
She was a friend of the pod.
entourage.
Friend of the pod. Darian used to do.
Yes.
Darian used to. I mean, I don't want to tell your whole story.
Please, what do you think she's here for?
But she's done makeup for everyone, for everything. She's being modest. Didn't she just do a Prada campaign last year?
Prada, no, I worked on a Gucci campaign. I worked on Thomas DeKuyver's makeup campaign, who's the global artist for Gucci. And I worked with Yadim, their prior
Yadim Carranza.
global makeup artist. Yeah.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah,
He's one
great.
of my best friends. We used to be roommates way back in the day in New York. He's the reason why I got the Maybelline gig, because he was the global makeup artist for Maybelline. And he's like, this face chart sucks. We need a new one. So it was like, I know the perfect person, brought me in, and then brought me into the Backstage Pro team. And
wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's amazing.
You really have done, like, makeup artists dream of having the career you've had. It's crazy.
I mean, externally, I'm sure it probably looks that way. Of course, me in my own head, I'm like, have I done anything? Have I done anything?
Am I trash? Yes. Am I a flop?
No. Oh my God, no. But I've had a good life. I've lived a charmed life.
I'm curious about I mean, it seems like when you say like I've done the makeup for a Gucci campaign, that sounds like one of the most glamorous things you can say.
I'm on the makeup team.
Okay, so on the makeup team. But is the day to day? I think about what is the actual nuts and bolts of the day to day of that? Is like, are you carrying tons of cases? Are you cleaning all these brushes?
All of the above, everything you could imagine.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I've heard someplace that I don't know if it's like a legend or whatever that Pat McGrath travels with like 84 suitcases.
Oh yeah, that's facts. I think like 4 of them are just books.
Okay, what is that? What is that? What are they filled with?
Reference books. I mean, and makeup, and her makeup is so, she uses anything and everything. So it's glitters, it's vinyl, it's things you can cut out, and and a lot of the times, these clients aren't telling you like what they want before you get there. So you kind of have to just like show up with everything. And of course, she's like more old school, like before the internet, where you can like Google shit. But a lot of great images aren't available online. They're like in old books that you can't get anymore. So like carrying around tons of fashion books, art books, like, wow. So you can just pull references, and like you have to know references
from a book. So she says, go to suitcase number 52, get book number 8, page 39.
Anne of Green Gables, and flip it open to chapter 4.
Any top fashion makeup artist is like at least traveling with a few books in their kit.
Wow. Really? Interesting.
Yeah. That's like standard.
Darian, I've seen your kit in real person. I feel like it's fairly modest considering your status as a very decorated makeup artist.
I try to keep it pretty. Everything I have is in there that I need to do pretty much anyone, but I don't like to carry a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I hate to jump around, but I just have so many questions. Darian's literally friends with Debbie Harry.
Really?
Yes.
What is she like?
She is so amazing. She's like my New York City fairy godmother. She's everything you could want her to be, and just like so fabulous. I've spent many Christmases with her.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I saw her.
She's fabulous. She gave me the Debbie Harry Barbie for Christmas one year that was signed. That's like she always gives me like Blondie merch.
Oh my God. Easy to shop for.
I love gifting stuff with your own face on it. I think that's cheap.
Oh yeah, that's chic.
Oh yeah, it's very chic.
Yeah.
Well, she can't get you a tracksuit. You bought them all.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
I saw her at the live. It was like an anniversary for Hairspray, the movie, and there was a panel, and she was on it, and she wore the fiercest wig, and she was so cunt.
Yeah, I saw her.
Debbie loves wearing a wig hat in the rain. She'll, instead of like a rain hat, she'll just wear a wig.
Oh, got it.
I have a photo of us together. I'll send you after this with her. I was doing hosting some club in New York, and she came and someone snapped a photo of us, but it was raining, and she's wearing this like soccer mom wig as a hat.
Work.
So genius.
Oh, so it's not even like a long glam wig. It's like a...
No.
Oh my God.
It's like the short brown wig that Nicole Kidman wore in the Ice Bucket Challenge video. Yeah.
Yes. It's so good. It's hysterical.
I love that.
She's such a kook.
Yeah.
That's what I love. It's like, she's such a kook. She still thinks it's like the 70s, and she's just like the best kooky lady.
Mm. Wow. Now, when you lived in New York, how did you become like how did you become inseminated?
Yeah.
Apparently that's what I was going to say. How did you become like a overnight sort of like nightlife persona there?
Well, I moved there to do makeup. So I was doing makeup in San Francisco at a Nordstrom. Worked for Clinique first, and then Mac. Honey, that's a story. I'll get back to that. Clinique, and then
Darian
Mac,
at
and
Clinique.
then...
We told you not to wear the pink pumps with the tracksuit, Darian. Put on the white lab coat.
No. I had to wear the white lab coat with the off-white hosiery and like black pumps. And let me tell you, as a 19-year-old, That's not what you want to be
Mrs.
wearing,
Doubtfire.
okay?
Off-white
it was just
hosiery.
the worst. You had to have your hair pulled back. I mean,
Kind
it
of
was...
chic, though.
You gotta ask yourself, folks, what interferes with your happiness? Is there something specific keeping you from achieving your goals? For me, it's usually just the voice in my head saying, is that a good idea? What if you flop? What if it's horrible? Everyone hates you. You know, it could be any things I'm thinking that may or may not be true. BetterHelp will assess your needs and help match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You get to connect in a safe and private environment. It's convenient. You can start communicating in under 48 hours because sometimes you need help now. And I don't even drive, so the fact that this is remote, obsessed. It's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it is professional counseling just done on the internet. Send a message to your counselor anytime and you'll get a timely and thoughtful response. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions. This service is available for clients worldwide, and the best part is these counselors specialize in anything from depression to anxiety, sleep trauma. And the great thing is, not all of us live in huge cities with doctors qualified for some of this, LGBTQIA matters or, family conflict. So it's great that you can really get a type of help that's engineered for you. Anything you share is confidential, convenient, professional, affordable, and you can check out the testimonials posted daily on the site. Again, this is not a crisis line. This is a line about wellness. In fact, so many people use BetterHelp that they are now recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. If you want to start living a happier life today, as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/bald. Join over 1 million people who've taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's betterhelp, HELP.com/bald. Squarespace's suite of products combines award-winning design and world-class engineering. From beautiful templates to our powerful e-commerce tools, we help customers launch their ideas into the world and build their brand. You guys, I'm telling you, Squarespace e-commerce, being able to set up your own store, and I'm a person who does e-commerce, okay? I understand. Whether you're just getting started or you're an established brand, Squarespace has a powerful e-commerce platform designed to help your business grow. You can sell products, gift cards, and sell digital products. And buying a domain from Squarespace is simple because there are no hidden fees or price hikes. Squarespace sells over 200 top-level domains, so you can find the perfect name for your website. Just choose a URL that ends in .com, .net, .org, or even get more specific with .art. You better work, bitch. My favorite part of Squarespace is the analytics. You can get powerful insight, about your visitors, how they interact with your content, what they're looking at, what they're buying, with the website analytical tools. You guys, as somebody who uses e-commerce, being able to, at any time of the day, basically look at the store and see what's going on, it's life-changing. I built my own website when I was 22, and it was my first website when I was doing makeup professionally. And being able to control and update, having a great shoot, being able to turn around and update it myself. I work with web developers now. And I know that it just adds a step. So being able to use Squarespace to make your dreams come to life, take advantage of Squarespace's powerful, powerful tools. Head to squarespace.com/bald for a free trial when you're ready to launch. Use the offer code BALD to save 10% of your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/bald.
But yeah, so I was working for Mac. I was really successful in my market for Mac. So then I was like, fuck this. I'm going to move to New York because I always wanted to move to New York. So moved to New York, started working at Mac Pro, which you meet everyone. Everyone who's anyone is coming in there. Every makeup artist from every field, Broadway, fashion, film and TV, all their assistants, you just meet everybody.
Because what's at the Mac Pro store that's not at the regular Mac store? What?
All the body painting stuff, the glitters, the crazy color, paint sticks,
even
all
normal
that kind
shades
of stuff.
There's shades of lipstick and eyeshadow and blush that are only Pro store.
Different foundation, really dark foundation colors.
And the Pro store is not advertised, right? I remember the first time I went there in New York. It's hard to.
It's kind of.
Oh, okay.
Times are tough.
Okay. It's going the way.
So the Pro store doesn't exist
but
anymore.
back in the day, that New York location's actually word of mouth hidden. There was no signs or nothing.
I remember me and Tina went. We couldn't
Yeah, it
find
was on the second floor of an office building.
Yeah.
So, unless you didn't know where it was, and this is like, you know, before the internet was really like a thing. So, you had to know where it was. And mostly it was just like actors, models, makeup artists, people that shop there. And then you'd get some random like Mac fans or like whatever that would come. So I kind of met everybody through there. Amanda used to come in all the time, and that was fun. So like, every Nightlife person, Suzanne Barsh, you know, like everyone. Right. So one of the chicks that I was working with, Lady Starlight, who is amazing. When I first met her, she looked like Peggy Moffat, like the model from the 60s. And then she transformed into Ziggy Stardust era David Bowie. She would do these glam rock parties in the Lower East Side. So she was hosting all these, and everyone had like a kooky character name. There was like Lady Starlight, Nana Copacabana, and Hollywood Star, and Breedlove. And she asked me to host one night. And I was like, oh God, well, I don't really have a name. Like, I'm just Darian. I don't know. She's like, everyone always told me that I looked like Candy Darling, who was one of Andy Warhol's factory superstars in the 60s, who was trans and died tragically from lymphoma that she got from the shady hormone pills that she was taking on the black market. Pills. But like flawless actress, amazing, gorgeous icon, trans icon. And she's like, you're Darian Darling. Boom. So I hosted a couple parties with her. And then she met Lady Gaga way before she was famous, like when she was still like brunette rocker chick. And they started collaborating together. So we were all forming this little scene, and it was like Semi-Precious Weapons, Justin's old band. And we were doing all these parties. And then Suzanne and Kenny started inviting me to host parties. And then when Gaga exploded, it kind of put like a spotlight on our little crowd. And so then I was much more in demand in Nightlife. And I think at one point I was doing like 6 parties in like 5 days. I would do like a daytime pool, like rooftop thing, and then go to another party. I did a brunch. I did an all-you-can-drink brunch. Nothing is better than getting paid to eat and drink for free.
Yeah. Girl.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I used to love hosting parties because it is a little boring compared to performing, but you do get to pull a look that doesn't have to move or sweat or like, you can just put a lot of time into the look.
Yeah. Yeah. And just chill, seen and be seen.
What were you looking like at that time?
I mean, pretty much it's still blonde and glamorous, but I was doing like a little more like rock and roll kind of thing, not so much tracksuits. I go through different phases, like, but always like with a rock and roll kind of like tough girl edge. I had like crazy hair metal hair at one point, like super like Vixen. Do you remember the band Vixen? That was like, I had that for a while.
What's the upkeep on that kind of hairdo? How many cans of Aquanet?
I mean, I was really for like a music video that I was in that then like kind of lasted for a while. And then I had like a crazy like 80s mullet kind of thing. And then I had always blonde and teased and glamorous and lots of leather, lots of spikes. You know, it was like 2010. So that's kind of what was like in vogue. Wow. I did like a whole like Courtney Love, like grunge thing where I just wore like pink baby doll 90s and flannels and like pearls and fishnets and leather. And yeah, that was pretty fun.
I love that.
And then I've always been obsessed with pink, of course. But then when the Moschino Barbie collection came out,
it was like, over.
This
Darian,
is like
can I
my
ask,
look.
how did you afford it? Not to read, but how could you afford all those pieces?
This was the thing. So I was making money doing makeup. I moonlighted at a strip club in New York.
Darian has like every piece from that collection.
What was that like?
It's just as nuts as you would think.
You're doing makeup.
Makeup, yeah. Not strip.
And occasionally
makeup.
she'd crawl up the pole.
I was like, you're doing it
was right.
Makeup in a strip club, thank you.
I was like, you got on the pussy pole?
She was very thin, then she worked as the pole.
Oh my God.
When I first started working there, obviously I was coming from a more like fashion editorial background. So I was trying to like really like do these looks that I thought were really fabulous that the girls didn't like. And then I finally realized you could rub anything on their face. It doesn't matter what. You could like rub a diaper on their face as long as there's black liquid eyeliner and like a big lash.
Yeah.
You could do anything you want and they don't care.
Wow.
That's also how I feel.
Yeah. What's the craziest look you did for a stripper?
This one, after a certain point, I was just like, whatever you want, I'm doing. I'm not trying to like be creative. It's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Hey. So she wanted like red and yellow and like something. And I did this like cockamamie eye on her that was like, I thought was particularly hideous, like ketchup and mustard, which I mean, I guess in the right context could be cool on the right face.
Yeah.
Which this bitch didn't have.
Oh, ketchup and mustard on a dog.
But it was kind of a riot.
That's
you
amazing.
know.
I really liked that when I used to work at the counter. I liked when the strippers would come in because they would always come in on Mondays with all this money. They would buy whatever you put on them, and they loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
When makeup just sold itself.
It's just sold because they're
do
also
anything.
all so young, and a lot of them so beautiful that they really can just wear anything.
Yeah.
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 Totally. That's most models is they're all like 15 to like 20
That is
tops.
wild.
So it's like, yeah, you could wear any crazy, kooky, esoteric look,
Right.
because you're a child.
Yeah.
What about you ever do makeup on an oldie like me? 50, 60, 70?
Oh, I've done every age bracket.
Yeah.
Working in a makeup counter, everyone's coming. So every skin tone, every skin type, every age, like
That's my nightmare, having to do Clinique makeup on like a 75-year-old woman.
Let me tell you this. Working in Clinique, this was before they even allowed brushes. MAC was the only counter that allowed you to use brushes.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You weren't allowed to use brushes?
You had to use your hands to apply. To apply loose powder, you had to do something called a ghost, which is you take a cotton ball, you take a cotton ball, you put Kleenex tissue over it, turn it into a little ghost, pick up loose powder that you've shaken off onto another little tissue, and then apply powder like that.
What?
And then everything was like sponge tip applicators.
What?
Disposable.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't even. I've never heard of this.
Blush too. Blush with the ghost.
Oh my
that
God.
I'm not mad at.
If you can do that, you can do anything.
Jesus.
So you're at the counter, literally using your fingertips on people's eyes and shit.
Oh yeah, cream eye. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the way I work now. I mean, in the pandemic, it's harder, but I love using my hands for makeup for like foundation, and it's better when you get in there and like work it into the skin and warm it up, and
I've seen Darian
but
do
it depends on the product too.
Yeah.
Darian's done some really cool big graphic stuff for us. If you look at the Daytime Realness looks, they're amazing. But I have to say, Darian, the way you do skin is like a mosaic. Like any part of the person's face that has good skin is basically showing through. Any part that's problematic disappears.
Yeah.
So they really look perfect.
I mean, that's my philosophy with makeup. I just want to like make them look the best they possibly can, make the skin look as beautiful as it can. So you put coverage where you need it. And if it's good there, then most of what makeup is like looking. You really have to just like use your eyes and look at the face.
Yeah.
So a lot of, what's happening now, which I love, and everyone's so creative on Instagram and YouTube and whatever, but it's very like by the numbers.
Yeah.
Like you put this product here, you put this product here, this and this and this. And that's why everyone kind of looks related.
Yeah.
Also, they all get the same surge, but that's another story.
They all get the same snatch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the whole point is look at the face, see what that face needs,
Yeah. There is a kind of like a homogenous kind of Instagram beauty look that starts to get real tired, or has been tired for a while.
Well, it's just like we're always on our phones.
Yeah.
So it's like constantly regurgitated at us over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love how into makeup people are now. I mean, when I was working at the counter, it was like everyone just wanted like the Sex and the City look,
Right.
the J-Lo glow, which obviously as well as I know that J-Lo has as much makeup on as most drag queens, but that's beside the point.
Absolutely.
But I mean, everyone that would come into the counter, especially working at MAC, would be like, don't make me look like a drag queen. Don't make me look like a tranny.
Right.
I can say that word because
Which is so chic when people pull that like a straight mom pulls that out at the counter. I don't want to look like I don't want to look like a tranny drag queen. It's like, okay, Denise.
Yeah.
Well, you really do.
hell?
Also, you'd be so lucky. You need the heavy lifting, bitch.
Yeah.
I can say that. It's like, and I'm standing there like, I mean, obviously they probably didn't spook me, but I'm like, hello, that's not a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also should.
But now everyone wants to look like a drag queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want the Kim
Which
K
is so
contour.
fascinating.
I ruined the world.
They want it all. Well, I think that's what's so genius about your makeup is that it's kind of like making fun of
like blatantly.
Yeah, Instagram makeup and Kardashian makeup and like, but the Kardashians look great. I mean, everyone that's doing their faces are like very skilled,
incredible,
deft hands.
Yeah,
but when it trickles down to the masses, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
I looked at them. I saw a clip of an episode of the Keeping Up with or whatever, and I was like, my brain didn't even get to the point where I was bored because they weren't doing anything. Because there's so much to look at when they're just standing still.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like her face, Kim's face is so fucking beat up with makeup.
And perfected.
Perfected.
You know?
And she's just like this.
I like it.
But not doing anything. And my brain is like, has so much to do with just that. And I was like, oh, that's the makeup artists on that show.
Yeah.
Are, I mean, incredible.
Yeah. I know quite a few.
People would say all the time that it's crazy the relation people have with the amount of makeup they wear, and that's changing all the time, obviously. But like when I sat for Scott Barnes, he was putting so much makeup in, and I was like, "Are you used to putting this much makeup on somebody?" And he was like, "This is how much I put on Jennifer." Yeah. He was like, "This is how much TV paint stick."
Yeah,
TV. Scott did a full Milk of Magnesia face, and then used basically like
that's so old school,
and then used like thick. Dark cream contour to do like graphic lines on my face and then did foundation over it. So it's like underpainting the contour. So TV paint stick went on top of it.
Wow.
And he was like, this is how much makeup I put on Jennifer. He's like, people just don't realize this is how much makeup people have on.
Right. Yeah. And people now I think are more hip and very savvy, and the consumers like way more savvy about ingredients, about textures, about products and how they should perform and everything. But 20 something years ago when I was working at a counter, they knew nothing about nothing.
Darian just had to lie to people.
Yeah.
Have you ever had somebody in the chair who wants something and you just have to go, listen, Mary,
I'm a makeup artist.
You don't
not
have
a magician.
the brow or the lid, or you don't have the cheek or whatever.
Oh God. No, I mean, you try to be more kind to that kind of thing. There was a woman way back in the day when I was working at Mac that didn't have any eyebrows. She like tweezed them all out in the 70s. Mm-hmm. And she was like very self-conscious about it. And I taught her how to draw her eyebrows on, and it like totally changed her life. She met a man, she got married, like I did her makeup for her wedding.
Michelle Obama.
It was a whole thing. It was really nice. It's really nice.
I mean,
eyebrows. I mean, eyebrows could change a person's life like that.
I believe it. They could do it now too.
Yeah.
Your eyebrows are grown back.
No, that's drawn on.
It's drawn on. This one started drawing on her brows because they're half gone, and she started filling them in.
Yeah.
New woman.
I've dated 16 men in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Full anal penetration.
Yeah. Full penetrative Congress.
Darian, are we dating? Is there
No.
a
Are you
Mr.
dating?
Darian?
Are you dating?
No, I mean, definitely not in the pandemic. I'm too like freaked out for that. But, I always have a few
irons
toys
in the
up my
fire.
sleeve.
I always have a few. She turns the computer and there's a bunch of men standing outside the window banging. Please let us in.
I've got an important story to tell you. It's the story of a young woman who didn't want to leave the house because she had so much to juggle at home. But a young woman so interested in nourishing acts of self-care, nutritional sustaining meals, and a whole host of other healthful variety of things. That woman is me, and I'm working on the Thrive Market Boogie. That's right. Thrive Market is an online membership-based market. Oh, yeah. They make healthy living so easy, so affordable, so deliciously decadent for each and every one of us. Oh, it's shopping without the hassle, honey. It's healthy and hot. You can easily shop by 70 plus diets and values like keto, paleo, gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO, fair trade certified, BPA-free, and more. Why don't you skip the store, skip those lines, and get into Thrive? Don't you want to just do more than survive? You want to live. I want to live. Let's live together. Oh, I hope that you believe me when I tell you. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that the new membership options are simply irresistible. 1 month membership for $9.95 or 12-month membership at $5 a month, billed at $59.95. You can't find savings like that on any other market. Oh, there's even a new offer. It's exclusively available for you, our dear listeners. If you join today to get 25% off your first order and a free gift. Oh, they've got the best selection of high quality, healthy, and sustainable products online. They can't be beat. Oh, buy thousands of wholesome food, home, and beauty products curated just for you. It's a one-stop shop for everything you need. Organic and essential groceries, clean beauty, safe supplements, and non-toxic home plus ethical meat, sustainable seafood, clean wine, and more. Their products are ethically sourced. Have I told you that yet? Oh, join Thrive Market today to get 25% off your first order and an exclusive free gift. The only way to get this offer is by going to thrivemarket.com/bald. That's THRIVE. market.com/bald to get the exclusive offer of 25% off your first order and a free gift. You can't get this offer anywhere else. Go to thrivemarket.com/bald. Oh my God. I hope you believe me when I tell you that I saved so much money on my first order. The membership paid for itself. Oh, I save and I live, I survive. No, I thrive.
Hi guys, so it's no secret that we love reality TV. That's why we're excited to tell you that Wondery has partnered with MTV to bring you Bitch Catfish, the podcast, okay? It is no secret that MTV's Catfish impacted the culture of social media for a whole generation. There are so many iconic moments. You guys, I have seen probably every episode of this show. You should have never called me a fat ass Kelly Price. Iconic. I mean, come on. There's so many moments you can think back to and still feel the same, like secondhand, I don't know, like cringe, but also it's really an intimate look at human nature. That's what I love about that show. So when I learned that the Catfish team was bringing it back podcast style, I had to tell you about it. For 8 seasons of the hit TV show, host Neve Schulman and his co-hosts have helped track down their online love interest to uncover whether that person is real or a catfish. Each week, you'll get to some of the most cringe-worthy drama with the most shocking episodes of the hit series adapted for your ears. So check it out. Catfish, the podcast, is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or listen ad-free by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app.
We had the most, I will just leave it at this, obviously, but you told a few tales during a brunch once that had me just, oh my God.
The fur coat guy.
The fur coat guy.
This is something I never knew existed, but I somehow got hit up by this beautiful, gorgeous boy. Built, muscular, hot, blue eyes, like blonde, like totally hot, like 22. Wow. But told me that he had a fur coat fetish. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I didn't know if it was like the furry kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, like what does that mean? He's like, no, I just am really turned on by beautiful, glamorous women wearing fur coats. And I was like,
Dynasty fan.
This is like my dream.
Yeah,
because I mean, that was one of my signature winter staples in New York was I wore this like floor length white vintage fox fur coat.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like so opulent. I named it. Her name's Darlene. She's still here. Darlene? I never wear it. Darlene. I always name my jackets. I always name my coats. But yeah, so I was like, what's the fur coat? He's like, I just like to feel the fur on my naked body.
I mean,
so
yeah. I mean, in the grand scheme,
that's a pretty tame fetish. Yeah.
No, I just want to like hook up with a
healthy
trans
sexual
girl
expression.
Yeah.
with a beautiful fur coat on.
A victimless
like,
crime.
okay.
I love
Except
that.
the
Yeah.
fox, of course.
But it's vintage. So,
yeah.
You know.
Wow.
It's vintage. Yeah, I don't condone new fur, but old fur.
Yeah.
If it's vintage, I'd rather wear it and toot around in my glamorous life than have it like rot in the dump,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Respecting the beauty of
It's a
the
little,
animal.
it's
But I know
bestiality
that's touchy.
light.
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah, sure.
It's glam. Now, when the man, I'm not going to pry into your personal life, but did you feel like that bitch though in the coat when he arrives? Like, yes, this is me. Hello.
Oh yeah, I answered the front gate in the coat, and he like lost his mind. He was so excited. Nothing on but the fur coat and a heel.
That's the
He
one.
was like couldn't even.
Yeah.
Now, what
stand
about
it.
the suffocation and the ventilation?
You know, he's. Oh, what do you mean?
Like, no, I'm not asking if he strangles you. I'm asking, do you get
no.
warm 2 seconds in though? Warm. dewy.
that was an issue. That was an issue.
Well,
So, but I was as long. Yeah.
Like he's like, can you put the coat back on? You're like, it's
As long
90
as the
degrees in
fur
Los
was
Angeles.
As long as the fur was touching him in some way, he was happy.
Oh,
That's lovely.
everybody gets
Isn't
what they
that-
want.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
That
I
is
was
so-
like,
I
what
love
a
it.
glamorous chic fetish. I've
You wanna
never
fuck
heard
hotter
of that
guys?
before.
Yeah. Wear a I love
Damn.
that.
But then I only saw him like twice because it was a lot for me. That was a lot. And I'm like, girls get paid a lot of money to do this.
Yeah.
So like, it was fun for like a kiki. Like I always say I'll try anything twice, but
They opened a
Small
fur vault down at the
doses.
Nordstrom and you
Small
never saw him
doses.
again.
yeah.
Can I ask, we ask all of our guests this, whose beauty inspires you?
Oh my God.
You don't have to say us.
Yeah. It's understood. It's understood.
I mean, I
it's implied.
love all blonde glamour. I used to write a blog about blonde glamour when blogging was a thing back in the day. So all my top beauty icons, Marilyn Monroe, obviously, Debbie Harry, Madonna, Courtney Love, Candy Darling, Barbie. Those are my top. Angeline, I love, obviously. I mean, those are all my kind of references. I'm kind of like a medley of all of that.
and you're a big Gem and the Holograms fan.
Huge. I'm one of the most prolific Gem fans.
Yeah, and that was my gay awakening. So I knew that I was obsessed with that show. And when was it on the air?
It was on the air from 1985 to 1988.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the top rated cartoon shows. But they canceled it because the dolls weren't selling because they were bigger than Barbie and couldn't share the clothes. And Mattel did a little shady shade and released Barbie and the Rockers before Gem could come out.
Do you know
Because
that
they
story?
got
I do know that
They
story.
got the tea
Shade.
that Gem was coming, and they're like, hell no. So that's sadly
You know
what
what's
happened.
funny?
Also,
I love Mattel they haven't sued me yet. Thank you. But they tell
Yay.
that story like it's a hero. Like they tell that story like
yeah, they're
it's
proud
like,
of it.
they tell that story like we beat them and we prevailed. And it's like, that's like,
No, Gem was so amazing. Hasbro spent so much money on Gem, and it was such an amazing concept and property, and the songs were great. Every doll came with a cassette tape from shows from the song. All the fashions were named after songs from the show, like the stage and the carry case turned into like a working cassette player that could play the tapes. And then her backstage dressing room playset was a speaker that you could plug into the stage and amplify the sound.
Holy
the
shit.
car was like an AM FM radio that you could plug into the speaker too. I mean, it was like all really thought out. And this is some good Gem trivia. If you factor in how many Gem dolls sold with, because they all came with 2 original songs and they all had the Gem theme song. So the Gem theme song, if you were going to factor it into Billboard chart territory, Gem would be a triple platinum selling musical artist.
Wow.
that is so
They-
interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah. And the show was like a huge hit. Like the ratings were off the charts, but the whole point of the show was to promote the dolls. So if the dolls aren't working, then the show has to go.
We know about that.
Yeah, the dolls aren't working. I mean, I was from 3 to 6. I guess I was. You say 85 to 88?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 to 6. I watched on TV.
When the Gem
I
movie
was-
came out, did you live?
I lived when they announced it, but I had qualms and questions and concerns. And then when I found out that the budget was only $1 million,
Oh gosh.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the first photos from set, I was very disturbed because I like to think of myself as a pretty visual, creative person that really understands that level of like 80s opulence and glamour. And even though they were doing it in a modern context, you know, look at like all the pop stars of that era, Gaga, Kesha, you know, Katy Perry, like just do that.
Yeah.
Jojo
But
Siwa. At least, can we get a glitter? Can we get a ponytail? Can we get something?
It was just really, really bad. Like I don't want to talk trash, but the makeup wasn't up to my standards. The styling wasn't up to my standards. The script wasn't up to my standard. It was bad. It was bad.
That's what I like about you, Darian, though. We get to work together at the cosmetics company all the time. We will give Darian an idea, a few words. We'll give her a little bit about what the collection's about, and she'll come back with a PDF that will give you details within an inch of your life of what's going to happen that day.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The story, the narrative, references no one would even pull from. She just, what I like about you, Darian, is
I love it. That's one of my favorite parts is like all the prep and like the inspiration and the thinking and the planning and it's fun.
The marinating.
The marinating on the concept and the glamour.
Yeah.
So fun. And that's why I have such a big reference library of like old books and shit. So I can like, you know, anytime I get a makeup job, I'm like, okay, what's the vibe? Go to my archive, pull out of the books that would maybe work and look through it, get inspired. And, you know, I'm not copying anything, but like, you know, you pull reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. In the industry high up at that level, do you ever find there are people who kind of like get there by for like God only knows how they got there? Like any like people who actually suck, but sometimes they've been like through nepotism or whatever, they kind of just like enjoy that status, but or is everybody like pretty talented?
I mean, everyone's pretty damn talented.
Yeah.
You know, some people may like leapfrog or pull stunts through nefarious means, but generally you have to
leapfrog through nefarious means.
But you have to like have talent or these like huge clients aren't going to book you. You know what I mean? You have to, I mean, it's all like, can you do it or not?
Yeah. And is everybody like comfortable with all types of skin colors? Like, I mean, can everybody do it all?
They should be
able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they should be. Mm-hmm. Not always though. I mean, even backstage on some shows, like I'm like, how are you here? Like, not like the key makeup artist, but like someone on the team where I'm like, how did you get here? Because you should be able to like have every skin color in your kit, like be able to do any model. I mean, how awful for like some like super, you know, deep complected model that like they get sat in a chair and like that person can't do their makeup.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
And like, I'm as white as a fucking ghost, but you better believe I can paint a black girl, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the gods.
Yeah.
Better.
You
even.
have to know these things.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have to learn these things. And like, so maybe they don't learn. I don't know. But
Darian in a hazmat suit in pumps going, how did you get here? She said, play Deborah Cox. But nobody's supposed to be here.
For the most part, everyone's really skilled and talented. Otherwise, they wouldn't be invited. And if they do show their ass on a show, then they just don't get invited back.
Yeah.
Work.
You know,
Chopped.
Simple as that.
When I show my ass, I always get invited back. Darian, you're such a legend. Thank you for being here with us today. Where can people follow you?
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram, Darian Darling. Yeah, that's it. I have a Twitter, but I haven't used it in forever. But it's Darian Darling.
Go to Darian's Instagram. The fashion inspiration it's stunning. It's gorgeous. The lip, the bangs, the glasses, the touch, the feel, the fabric of your life. Everything.
Thank you so much. You're a star.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.